Welcome to the Consultants Council podcast, a place for consulting industry guidance and best practice advisory. Whether you're working to grow in your consulting career, you're managing and developing a consulting firm, you're working with consultants, or you're just interested in business and high-performance advice, we've got recommendations and education for you. I'm Kelsey Krevling, founder and CEO of Kelsey Consulting, a firm focused on building high-performing organizations, teams, and individuals through a variety of ventures, including the Consultants Council. I've spent my career at the intersection of technology and management consulting, working with organizations across the country to help solve their toughest challenges, while also supporting the growth and development of multiple consulting firms, helping them improve their long-term performance trajectory. In addition, I serve as a startup investor and advisor, promoting the ideas of entrepreneurs as they work to gain traction in their industry. With so many people gearing up to launch their own businesses and establish their own consulting practices, I want to make available the advice and lessons I've learned along the way. This podcast is made possible by Kelsey Consulting, with media support by Class Act Media. For more information, check out our site at theconsultantscouncil.com and kelsey.consulting. That's KELSC.consulting. And now, stay tuned for this episode's counseling, because the consulting world is full of nuances, and the answer is always, it depends. What's possible? Do more.
How many of you still handwrite notes to others? Maybe on a rare occasion, maybe for a birthday card. How many of you just write thank you notes and congratulation notes and sympathy cards, etc.? It's a practice that sadly has kind of dwindled. Yet it's something that goes a long way towards building relationships and to showing others how much they mean to you. By taking the time to actually put pen to paper and handwriting a note to somebody, wow. I know when I get handwritten notes in the mail, I light up. I'm excited. They can just be a just thinking of you note from a friend, or a happy birthday, or a thank you note, or I'm excited for you for X, Y, and Z. Doesn't matter. It's something that I would encourage you to integrate into your practice, and not just on a personal scale, right? The fun thing to do with friends, but it's also something that's incredibly powerful with your colleagues. So, when would you write a note, a handwritten note? Well, for thank yous, right? Whether that be for a job interview or a really crucial client interaction, or when someone has gone above and beyond in the workplace and you appreciate them. Hey, thank you so much for, I really appreciate this. You know, taking the time to actually pull out your stationery and write something will stick with people. I actually keep a box of all the handwritten notes that I receive. And, occasionally I'll go back through them, look through them, see who, I've interacted with in the past. There's something tangible about it. And in a world where we spend all of our time on computers and firing off emails, having someone actually say, nope, I'm going to take a break from my workflow and I'm going to pull my stationery out. I'm going to get my good pen. And I'm going to handwrite something to you. That shows up. That means more. So yes, thank you notes, job interviews. You can send them to clients. If you've gone to a cool event, you can thank your hostess. If you've gotten to see someone speak at an event and you really loved what they had to share, send them a note. The thing is most people don't even know how to write a thoughtful comment or note. We live in a world where people are fully comfortable being anonymous on the internet. but rarely do we ever take out the time to acknowledge, to appreciate, and to show thanks. So I would encourage you to start to build that practice. And so as you look at that, from a professional setting, I'd encourage you to check out stationery. Find great stationery that you like, that you think represents you well, that, holds a note nicely, that you can write what you want on it. I've always used just kind of ivory embossed thick cardstock, has my name embossed in it, and then, basic envelope, has the address on the back. It's easy, it's simple, and I can use it for everything. If I write a note to a friend, or I write a note to a colleague or to a client, it all just looks nice. Get yourself some good stationery. Get yourself a good pen that you like. Maybe start working on your handwriting. I've got a cursive book over there that I'm actually really working to improve my handwriting because mine is atrocious, and that makes me sad every time I write out things, which I really like to do. So add this as a practice to your day-to-day. You might be really pleasantly surprised at what a difference it will make for your interactions.
And that's a wrap on this episode of The Consultants Council. Thank you so much for your interest and engagement. Let us know what you'd like to learn more about by writing in to info@theconsultantscouncil.com. Thanks to Kelsey Consulting for sponsoring this podcast, and to Class Act Media for the media support. And with that, cheers and all my best. Have a great week. And remember, what's possible? Do more.